taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
But nah, man, let's talk about your Saudi Arabia card, your fucking Latin Kings card in fucking Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I mean, they had better fights. They had fight of the year candidates on there too.
I just wish more than 5 people seen them shits.
Yeah, they're better. Like I said, they're better fights. I don't know if that's what
honestly, I'm not mad at it because it made for a better weekend of boxing. Like,
yeah,
I'm not.
It made the day better. Like, dude, that's like saying, "Hey, nigga, why you eat all the pizza? You know we got ribs left here too." Like,
I'm glad Oscar and also Michael Buffer, who has really actually both mentioned, had their little, snide jabs at that. Yeah, real boxing, that's what it was.
That shit was stupid. That shit was a stupid little jab, like.
Thank you.
That's an OG, like if he has to say it, he has to say it.
No. I fuck with Michael Buffer. He a GOAT, but he was playing hard.
Yeah,
I don't think he has to play on anything. That motherfucker gets paid.
Yeah, he wasn't on Netflix. He wasn't on the biggest platform for boxing ever.
I don't
he's in some fucking desert.
Worry about that, not about ever. Like Michael Buffer.
Dude, Michael Buffer is still a legend. He's still an all-time great. But the fact that matter is,
I honestly don't think
he wasn't on the biggest boxing event history.
I doubt that he loses sleep over not being on a Jake Paul card. Like, seriously, what are we talking about?
Nah, he's almost a fucking billionaire. He better not lose sleep. I mean, if you're talking he wasn't a part of the biggest night of boxing.
I mean, if you talk about Bruce Buffer, sure, maybe he might be just. Bruce Buffer might be just, but not Michael Buffer.
Fuck Bruce. Hey, you saying about him? Fuck Bruce.
He's like, I'm stuck here in this desert calling this fight in front of 25 people. Shit.
Yeah, no, but all except for one of the fights, delivered. And of course, it was the fight that most people thought it wouldn't deliver because, a lot of issues. The opener, though, I don't know what His Excellency is thinking about trying to get that Saudi cat on there, though, but he failed on the Crawford card. And again, he had jobbers. The jobber that they had on there has no knockouts, was beating the fuck out of him, as usual. And I don't know, and again, the Saudi, they won't let him lose. They're like, okay, this is a draw, even though that jobber cat clearly won. Like, I was like, yeah, like they need to stop putting him on openers. I get it. You probably want to pop off. He's trained by Buddy McGirt. Buddy probably needs to drop, dude, because he just simply doesn't. Yeah, he's not.
You don't understand. Buddy can't drop, dude.
He probably. I mean, he probably.
Yeah.
No, you don't understand, my friend. He cannot drop him as a fighter.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, though, but I just like, yeah, that dude is worthless.
This is one of those. Hey, man, I know you've been in the studio for a minute, but I need you to do a song with my man's here. And it's like, yeah, this nigga.
Oh
trash.
Man, Silk again.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I need you to do a song with this nigga. It's like, oh, fuck. Like, yeah, like they literally, I need you to train this dude, buddy. I need you to train. Like, that nigga put an arm on his shoulder. I need you to train this dude. Like, nigga, ain't no fucking way. That nigga struggling as hell.
Yeah, pure struggle. Like, again, the draw saved him. And it's just like, oh well, he's gonna be playing more cards, and eventually some jobber's gonna knock him out at some point. Because you're not supposed to be struggling with this level. I mean, Jake Paul would knock out those jobbers. Those level of jobbers. It's like, come on, like this guy.
Well, I missed the first fight, but it was a complete robbery, huh?
It was a robbery. Yeah, he shouldn't have won. Again, it's just like a proper card. But like I said, to keep trying him out there, eventually he's gonna take him out. And then the next one, which was probably very close to fight of the year, if not a fight of the year candidate, with Bakhtiar Akhmadev and Oscar Duarte. They were throwing fucking hands for 10 rounds. Like, that shit was no fucking joke. I honestly don't know how Duarte makes weight, because that motherfucker is like, I don't know what it is. Like,
he was at 135 before. He was at 135. So
yeah, he was at 130. Then he was at 140. I think this one was at because Akhmadev was replacing Kenneth Sims, and that was a good fight too. But Kenneth Sims had a knee injury, So they called Akhmadev, who was training for another fight. And I think they kind of accommodated by having it it was at welterweight limit. It wasn't at 147, it's like 142 or some shit like that. But yeah, no. Duarte,
I think Duarte, he's like Mario Barrios. Like, he's a big dude. Like, he'll end up being at 147 sooner or later.
And then, of course, they had to have one wide score so the fucking crowd, no offense to you, Pat, that always says Akhmadov loses every close fight he's in. You know, they have a reason to bitch him up.
That shit killed my fucking parlay. I would have won if it wasn't for that fight. But you know what? It's my fucking fault for fucking thinking that the fucking bridesmaid would finally get a fucking decision and would finally get picked. But once again, guys like Batir Akhmadov, always the bridesmaid, never the fucking bride.
Yeah, that fight killed my parlays too. But I mean,
y'all was really picking this, like, cause that he hit on my parlay. Y'all niggas wild.
He's like the 140.
Yes, I was picking him. Yes, I was picking him.
He's the 140 Derevchenko. You know.
Y'all been listening to Pat bitch and moan about this nigga too much, man. I'm telling you.
I mean, let's put it this way.
Look what y'all did. Like, come on.
I mean, it wasn't like it was an easy fight. Duarte was getting heat, like, you know.
He made it tough. He was.
Yeah,
it was competitive, but you know the A side.
His power kept him in that fight.
But you knew the A side was going to win. The A side, you know, because
the power, because Duarte's power definitely got to Akhmadev later in the fight. Like, although he didn't drop. There was at least 2 or 3 times where you could say Akhmadev like wobble, but then that just made Akhmadev fight back harder. You know, so
he wobbled again.
Yeah.
But you know, Akhmadov, he's basically the 140 Derevchenko, you know, the male Michaela Mayer minus the big win.
Yeah, like, I mean, I have no problem with Duarte winning, but that 98-92 wasn't the fight. Like, the only 96-94 was like, that was probably the only score that was actually like, that was the fight. Like 96-94, somewhere around
97-93 maybe, but it's like.
Yeah, so that's why it just makes it, because when I heard that, I was like, oh shit, my parlays are about to be busted, because I know they're not gonna let Akhmadov win by those type of scores. Not in this world. You know,
not over there.
Yeah. But that was a hard fucking fight though. I was like, that shit was Akhmadev. Like, I don't know. Like I said, it's basically Akhmadev's gonna have to start. I mean, he has power. Like, I don't understand, but he's gonna have to like really start. I don't know. Something has to be tweaked, or he has to really put somebody away, or something. He's got to damn near try to kill somebody to get a decision, like some shit like that. Because either that or he's gonna be like Derevchenko. He's gonna run into that one fight that's good. That could break him.
It's the defense that gets him. Like, for as great as he moves and his footwork and his style and the way he moves out, and he's always in good position to punch. He can't get out of the way of his opponent's best shots. Like, he either's gonna get hurt or dropped multiple times or some shit. Like, Sims is the only fight where I feel like he really, really lost. Like, you can make a case for him winning the rest, but I ain't gonna be like, oh no, he was robbed. Like, what's his name over there, dude?
I feel like the Sims fight he really lost, but
I think so too. Like, and he lost, but the scores were accurate. Like, that's the thing. Like, the judging was actually good in that fight, and I had no problem with that. I was like, hey, Sims won that shit with one eye closed. Like, he did that. That shit was hard. But it's over. But I mean, Barrios and Puello, no, he definitely did. He definitely beat those two.
Oh, he didn't definitely beat those, but he did.
Yeah, he definitely beat shit.
I mean, Barrios, what I told you, I said Barrios was the worker, like I said, because Barrios, you can't lose like 7 straight rounds with getting your ass beat. 7-8 rounds and you're getting your ass beat. Like, no, like, come on, like, what? Like, nah, like, come on, like, you gotta stop that. Like, Akhmadev beat the shit out of Barrios. Puello at least was
getting off the canvas, yeah.
He got to get up twice. He got dropped twice too.
I mean, like, he wasn't your pilot. You notice he was missing. He was leaving that part out.
It wasn't one of those fights where 2 knockouts would save him. It just tying up the cards. Like, it would have been like a 116.
Dude, bro, you're acting like this was Corrales Mayweather, and Corrales ended up scoring 2 knockdowns on Floyd. The fight was nowhere near that one-sided where he only won the rounds. Like this wasn't Fury Wilder, nigga. Like stop.
That's what it was. Like that. I mean, that you see the state of that nigga's face after that fight. That motherfucker got the shit beaten out of him. Like nah, bro. Like I mean, like you know.
In between dropping that nigga.
That shit wasn't close like that. It was not close at all. Like it's basically Wilder Fury where the knockdowns are like make this shit seem like it was close. You know when it wasn't.
And fucking Wilder Fury wasn't fucking close, nigga.
Yeah. Neither was Barrios and Akhmadov. Akhmadov won that shit pretty. Like that shit was clear. Like he was beating the shit out of him.
Nah.
I think it was clear that Fury was boxing Wilder's head off.
Cloud Campillo was closer than that, nigga.
That was probably low key a robbery, anyways.
Nah, that was close, bro. Fuck out of here.
Like motherfucking Cloud's mom didn't she faint in the ring or some shit like that? Something happened. Like somebody fainted because of the whole tension of that shit.
I mean, he dropped that nigga like 3 times.
Yeah, and I remember people were still talking about that shit. Caprio should have won that fight. It wasn't like it was like Caprio was like, yeah, people. That's what people were saying though, and that's when you knew that.
Stop getting dropped 3 fucking times.
I mean, like there's 3. I mean, 3 times in your close. I mean, 3 times obviously. You know, depending, it's a 12-round fight. You can still win a fight. You know, it's usually
but you make a piss poor case for winning that motherfucker.
That's true. I mean, when it gets to the 4 knockdown territory, then you could probably lose the cards like that, no matter what the fuck you do. You don't return no damn knockdowns.
Yeah, it is like 3 knockdowns, like nigga. Like it's one thing if they was all in one round, and you also fuck. I gotta come back from a 10-6, and you just rattle off round after round after round. But if you're getting dropped in the first beginning of the fight. Then you get dropped in the middle rounds. Then you get dropped in the late. Like nigga, like how you gonna win this shit?
I mean, it was weird, but I mean, in real time, people were saying Caprio won that shit. It was a whole controversy on that shit.
Yeah, I remember, bro. I'm old enough. Fucking fucking Peter was robbed against Klitschko, nigga. Fuck that shit.
I mean, well, I thought he won. I mean, Vlad won that shit. I mean, that's, you know, and although he made it hot though, I mean, you know, that was a good ass fight though, but yeah, no, Vlad won that shit. You know, but yeah, no, like I said, it was either way. Akhmadov and Duarte was a good ass fight, you know, and like I said, a nice slugfest. And then afterwards, we got the minimum weights. We got Oscar Collazo. Well, I think it's Puerto Rico, or next to Serrano. Like Puerto Rico's like only other world champion. You know, and then
he be punching. He's the only guy around those weights that be punching. I'm just saying.
He punches. Yeah, and then he got, you know, he fought knockout CP, you know, who pretty much who was like, you know, who was like the longest reigning champion.
Yeah, that dude has been a champion since the Obama administration.
Seriously,
yeah, long fucking time.
He's got the most boxing meme ass nickname, but he's a legit champion. It's just kind of
yeah. And then Collazo really beat the shit out of him too. It was like, well,
that fight was boring until it wasn't.
Yeah, because you see, like first part couldn't handle. Like once he couldn't handle his power. Like dude was moonwalking all over the place. Like yeah, dude was he tried to, because I think first part he used the counter punches, so he tried to time him, but Collazo was eating those counter punches with no problem. And then, you know, Collazo was just whipping his ass with all types of hooks and shit like that. It was just like, yeah. And I know it's a big thing because it's like there was never a ring champion at 105. You know, so, but yeah, Collazo, like, it'll be interesting to see if he can actually go up in weight, like, even be like, you know, at 115 or some shit like that. Because, yeah, dude punches hard. Like, yeah, I don't see little niggas that punch that hard at that weight like he does. Like he beats the shit out of these cats at this weight. You know, but it was a nice little moment to actually see that. And then
you ain't never seen motherfuckers punch hard at that weight.
At 105, they don't really punch.
It's a rarity. It's not as common. It's not as common. They ain't cracking like that.
Yeah, no, I couldn't hear you. I was just making sure you said that.
Oh yeah, they're not cracking like that way. Cracking like that. And then we got like the surprise performance. William Zepeda and Tevin Farmer. And
Surprise? To me, it wasn't. But I know what you mean.
I mean, Farmer. I didn't expect Farmer to actually put Zepeda down. That was the one thing that I didn't expect to see that happen.
Yeah, that was. I knew it was Zepeda. I knew Farmer would keep up. Pause. I knew he would keep up with him. I didn't expect him to drop him. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny thing too. Like Farmer for the first half of the fight, Farmer was actually boxing the shit out of Zepeda. Like he dropped him and everything. Zepeda was looking mid. Like Zepeda was like, but then after that knockdown, Zepeda just fought harder. Like the combinations, the volume kept coming, and Farmer just got Farmer started to get tired. Farmer started sitting on his punches more. Like he actually just really. Like he was rocking, dude. Like in the last couple rounds.
You can really. I know he wasn't doing it because he was the B side, but you can make against Farmer won that fight. To me,
yeah. Like
I don't think he won the fight. He made it close though.
It was close. He dropped him too.
Maybe a draw. Maybe a draw. I could see a draw for that. But I thought he got outworked in the second half, which kind of took the fight from him.
He did get outworked late. Yeah.
Yeah, but
if you swing around if you swing around or so, you could probably have it a draw for him, but it was still a good fucking fight though.
All I know is probably with the Muratalla fight and that fight, they're not going to try to bring him back to because both of those fights they tried to make to get him to get their guy over, get a stoppage on a former champion, and Farmer not having that shit. He ain't budging.
Yeah, no, yeah. Farmer's like, fuck that. You're not gonna use me as a job boy. Like, nah. Like, yeah. You're gonna have to beat my ass if you want to get this win. And just like LB said in a tweet, like Jojo Diaz had an easier time being Farmer than those two did. Like, which is weird. Like Jojo. Did y'all see another
with a crazy cut on his eye?
Did y'all see him complain about not getting tested for that fight?
Yeah, he said there was no testing, for him and Zepeda, and Zepeda was like, yeah. I mean, and truthfully, I get Farmer's pissed. Like, I like how Farmer Shorty was telling him to keep his head up because of that decision, But yeah, I mean, it is weird because they're supposed to get tested.
I'm not gonna lie, me wanting to see it versus Shakur, I don't want to see it as much anymore because that's easy work now. I feel like before I thought it was
doesn't fight like hold up. Shakur doesn't fight like Farmer.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. I think Shakur will make easy work of him. I'm just saying at this point.
Explain why?
Just like he made easy work of Edwin De Los Santos. Oh wait.
Yeah, no. Pilot, go ahead.
I just think stylistically, I just think. Because I've seen this guy get dropped by the random bum in Mexico, and it looked like he improved. Like this a while ago. I don't know. Pat probably watched the one back in the zone and Mexican card. He got dropped pretty bad by this random dude, and he looked like he's improved. But the fighters he's been fighting stylistically has made it look like that way. But with the guy like, what the fuck is his name? With Farmer, the guy like Farmer, a slick fighter, don't have power like that. But I think he's a southpaw. Right?
Yeah.
Like Shakur is. I just think it's a bad matchup for Zepeda now. It just seems like he's. But before this fight, I thought, okay, the work rate might give him some issues. I just don't see it anymore. I'm just tempered down a little bit on Zepeda.
What do Farmer and Shakur do?
Farmer dropped him and stood his ground and was beating his ass in the early fight. What do you mean?
They fight nothing alike though.
Oh, okay. Like that's what I'm trying to get to. Like, when has Shakur Stevenson ever done that to anybody with any type of punching ability or volume experience?
I mean, I saw Yoshino beat up Nakatani, and Shakur beat the fuck out of him. So what are you trying to argue? Are you trying to argue that?
Yoshino, oh my god, Yoshino, seriously.
He beat up. I mean, he beat up what? He beat up dude, right? He beat up
fucking barber, nigga.
He beat up Nakatani, right? Didn't he beat him up the fuck out of him? No, he didn't. Okay. If you want to keep asking me,
who the fuck is Nakatani, bro? Like, come on, like.
He gave Loma. He gave Teo a tough fight. What do you mean?
That's Teo.
That's Teo.
Teo had a tough fight with Steve Claggett. So that's not really helping your matters. That's not helping.
That was TL. We're talking about 135 TL. Okay, there's a difference. We're talking about the 135 TL. That not
The nigga struggled at both weights.
Yeah, TL had something with Sandor Martin, man.
So don't say he lost that.
I know that Jermaine Ortiz too. I'm just saying, you want to give me an example? I'll throw you an example out there. Yeah. I don't think the fight is as competitive as it was. I thought it was before.
Dude, first of all, Shakur Stevenson and Tevin Farmer fight nothing alike.
They said they fought similar.
How?
They're both southpaws.
Nigga, I'm a southpaw. I don't fight like that motherfucker. Like, dude, get out. Like, so at that case, dude, the fucking a Wilder and Frazier fight the same. They both conventional.
Yeah, I mean the big difference is Shakur doesn't fight in the pocket like that with people that punch harder than he does. You know, whereas Farmer stood his ground, moved his head, slipped punches, all that shit like he's supposed to do. Counter the heavier puncher.
And he turned.
Yeah,
never really got on his bike like that.
Yeah, Shakur. Every time Shakur fought a heavier puncher, he quote unquote, lack for a better term, moved too much. Stuff like that. And the thing is,
Zepeda has a lot of experience fighting different styles. Like Zepeda has fought more styles than Shakur Stevenson has. If you want to be honest about it, like all the guys he's fighting have been either boxers, boxer punchers, counter punchers, southpaw, slicksters. He's fought every fucking style and the physical dimension. Like the only thing Shakur Stevenson is going to bring to him is like footwork. Right. And Zepeda footwork ain't bad either, and he's going to be throwing punches. Like, and if Stevenson don't throw enough, see, the only way Stevenson can win against that volume, if he's throwing enough on the back foot, or he's landing clean on the back foot consistently. If he's just landing a couple jabs, and then Zepeda hits his body with 3 left hooks, you already know who's going to get that round.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what makes the fight interesting, because we want to see if can Zepeda really fucking swarm and out-volume Shakur and make him fight, or Shakur could really just outmaneuver, Zepeda. Because that's the thing, Shakur Stevenson can outmaneuver and outbox guys. It's one thing back in the day when guys like Floyd and Purnell and Chris Bird and Tony, they use their defense to drop your punch output, your connect percentage to below double digits. But it's another thing to hold yourself below double digits and your opponent. Mm-hmm. These niggas, Shakur Stevenson fights in a way where he'll make his opponent only land 4 punches, but then he only lands 6.
And they'll give it to him based off, because he quote unquote controlled the round.
Exactly. Like you got to get to the point where if your opponent land 4, you're landing 15, you're landing 12, you're landing 9, 8, 11. That's how Floyd and guys who really on the back foot, that's how they win these fights. Shakur Stevenson gonna have to treat this like it's fucking the second Castillo fight.
Yeah, because with this fight, Zepeda got like an interim title from the WBC, so it's like he's pretty much that Shakur fight. Depending on whether that fight is next, depending on when Shakur comes back from healing from his hand injury. So it's like, yeah, I want to see it because Zepeda should have gotten a title shot by now, and this is probably the closest he's gotten to that point to getting one.
He's beating all the damn contenders. Like what's the guy he beat that got robbed against Kambosos?
Maxie Hughes.
Maxie Hughes, yeah, he
beat Maxie Hughes. Then we're like, okay, we on the podcast talking about, you need to beat somebody better. Then he ends up beating Cabrera. He beats him, and we're like, okay, damn, like, and he destroys him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, beat the shit out of him.
But those guys aren't Shakur.
Yes.
I get it. I'm just saying, I'll still. I mean, it's still one of the most looking forward to at 135. But I know how this goes.
I mean, let's put it. If Shakur, Shakur. I mean, the motivation for him.
I still. My bad. Go ahead, Pat.
No, I said the motivation for Shakur to actually, he should actually want to actually mimic what Farmer did, but probably do it better.
I still really like the fight simply because the one thing that Cepeda has always shown he's going to have, regardless of anything, is just volume, pressure, and volume and output. He's going to have that output the whole fucking 12 rounds because he went the whole 10 and he fought for round 1 like he fought round 10. He didn't slow down at all. It's going to be interesting to see how Shakur will deal with that for a whole fight if he's going to get on his back foot and run the whole fight, or if he's going to try to engage at least with him at times.
Yeah, and
he'll lose the fucking decision if he just try to run, punch, run, punch.
Yeah, I mean, I know. Yeah, I mean, Oscar's definitely gonna try to make that fight. I mean, I don't think I know they're saying that Oscar probably won't make it, but no, they're gonna. Zepeda's.
They have to. They have to.
Yeah, because there's not too many lightweights available unless you want to go to another lightweight champion that's gonna be okay. Yeah, we'll fight him now. That's other than Shakur, but yeah.
The fight has too much momentum. Like it's already been talked about. We've already analyzed the styles, the matchup. You know, let them, fight each other. So that gives, a bigger opponent for Tank or somebody else.
Right.
So that's hopefully that has a trickle down effect.
Yes. Well, one fight that probably will not, of course, is Jose Ramirez and Arnold Barboza. Ugh. Yeah.
Oh, yo, we gonna go in on this shit. Like, real talk. Like, this shit would put me to fucking sleep. Like, Barboza, man.
Like I said, I mean, I like Barboza, but it's just like Barboza gets in his own fucking way. Now, this
he does.
Culmination of this too, because I mean, honestly, we're sympathetic because he had issues with Top Rank. Top Rank didn't want to put him in there with Tio or with anybody like that, and he was on other.
You see why now,
bro? I'm not even gonna hold back. This was the match of a has been versus a fucking never was been. Like, this shit was ass.
Yeah, like Jose Ramirez, I think Jose Ramirez
retire.
Both should retire. Both guys.
Yeah.
Jose Ramirez
had a clear win. He's like, retire.
I mean, I will say this: Jose Ramirez, he overachieved, but he had too many hard fights, too many hard wins, too many wins.
Bro, his struggle fest with fucking Comey was the beginning of the end for me. That's like, all right, maybe he should consider packing it up, and then the Bartholomew fight actually just reaffirmed my beliefs. I'm like, all right, yeah, you don't got it no more. Now after this weekend, yeah, there's no doubt about it. That's strike 3. You're out. Please retire.
Yeah, that Rancis shit will never. I was like,
you can't be losing to Rancis, y'all.
Yeah, he made Rancis look vigilant. I mean, Comey at least has power. He's always in the fight, but he made Rancis look like he was back at 122 again. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are you doing? It was a bad showing from him, and it was probably Rancis' best performance in years. It was just Ramirez, he basically his legs are gone. He was plotting no one can get their offense up. Barboza was just, I don't know what the fuck he was doing, moving, jabbing maybe a little bit.
So too fucking predictable. Both of them were too fucking predictable.
It reminded me of fucking Chris Bird and Deverell Williamson just moving around, looking at each other, grimacing a little bit, trying to act like they were fighting, even though they were friends and shit like that. It gave me those vibes, and it was a horrible watch. Killed
the whole momentum of the card. Yeah, I see why Top Rank managed him the way he was managed and promoted him, because he's a guy who Barboza Jr. fights with no urgency. Even the way he hyped him up and said, yo, fuck a title shot, this is my title shot. he was trying to make it seem like this was some Roy Jones Tarver energy, and he felt like it was some goddamn Kevin Kelly, Derek Gainer energy.
Yeah, this is the second time in a row because it was the Haney card, the Haney Ryan card. Now this card where he was the momentum killer of the fucking night. Like it was bad.
And that's all he does. He momentum kills. You can't put him in a big name fight because what happens is he's not going to create any type of memorable moment or performance. The opponent isn't. He's either going to win and look average. He's going to lose, look average. Like nobody wins when you match up Barbosa Jr. and that's his fault. Even when he wins, he doesn't really win, and we don't really win. That's a him problem. Like his performance are the least inspirational. There's nothing he does consistently that you could be like, okay, yeah, like he just ruins his own potential. Like all the extra movement and pawing and figuring out. You got old ass goddamn Ramirez in front of you, nigga. Just throw fucking punches.
Yeah, I don't know why it's so hard for him to throw some punches. Like, you know, like come on, like
I'm trying to figure out
why throw punches when I can't.
Right? We're basically gonna get Duarte versus Barbosa on some Golden Boy main event.
What's that?
You know what this means? We're gonna basically get Duarte versus Barbosa in the Golden Boy main event more than.
I mean,
fuck no.
Oh come on.
I mean, truthfully, because like I said, because Barbosa's the best Barbosa is when someone actually can come at like Saucedo. Saucedo came like right at him.
That might make for a decent fight, and Duarte is not a big enough name to risk it.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, that might be a workable fight. But this is the thing, man. After that fight, then what?
But the funny thing is too, Barbosa was also because he's getting into a war of words with Jack Carroll on Twitter too. You know about.
Oh God, no! Do not put those two boring fucks together in one room.
I might literally have to go get some beer, get some to drink during that fight.
Yeah, if that fight,
that fight will fucking freeze time itself, nigga.
Yeah,
I gotta get some gas. I gotta get some swishes real quick. I'll be back.
Yeah, that'll be a piss break, shit break, food break, whatever break. Yeah,
grocery break. I might just do the mitts with a motherfucker in between break. Like nigga, fuck out of here. Like, how dare they talk about that shit?
Yeah,
Stop.
Yeah, see, Barbosa gets, and that's the whole reason because Barbosa was mad because the WBO wouldn't mandate that fight as an eliminator. Well, exactly. That's the reason why they won't do that. You know, like when you put on performances like that, like there's like
they knew.
Yeah, like yeah, we're not gonna make this fight with Teal if you don't want. You know, you better knock Ramirez out.
It's like you want to root for him and you want to say, yeah, man, these guys are ducking you. We see skills, we see the potential, but it's so frustrating because it's like we care about it more than he does, and it's obvious. Like, dude fight with no urgency, no hunger. It's just like da 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 da, and it's like, all right, cool, so be it. But
yeah,
you know, this is your ceiling right here.
Yeah, just that level of celebration he had. I was like, bro, you didn't win a title. Like, why are you celebrating so hard? Like, you just
and you didn't even look good. Like you delusional motherfucker. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, no, it looks yeah, Barbosa. I mean, unless dude is fighting someone that could easily put him on his ass or some shit like that. Like, I can't. Yeah, I can't take no. I can't take no damn Carroll versus Barbosa.
He got to be the opener from now on. He can't be allowed to ruin the momentum of these events. Like, he kills these co-main spots, yo.
Yeah, like you're not knocking people out. You're not even dropping them or anything. Like, they're giving people a reason to say, "Oh, okay, it's good. This fight's about to end. Let's go on to the main event." Like, no, like,
and you ain't even got to be a knockout puncher. Just let the hands go.
Yeah.
Like, dude, what he boxes like he got Virgil Hunter in his corner.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, dude wants to fight like minimalist. I don't know, like he just what he thinks he's doing, but he thinks he can just win like that. I mean, eventually someone's got to take his zero, and it'll be because they outworked him because he didn't want to do anything. It's just like, That fight was it was horrible, and I was praying that it would be one of those occasions where, it would be like a Ranches Ramirez type of fight where someone is motivated to throw some hands, and then the shit will pop off into a good fight. But yeah, that shit was just it was garbage. God awful.
Dude not motivated at all. Like, dude's the least motivated ever. Like, although he says he's motivated, he damn sure don't fight like it. So I'm kind of good. There's some niggas I don't want on my TVs no more, and it's like, Barbosa Jr., you're there now. Like, you're honestly there.
Yeah, though. Yeah, that was the disappointing part. I was like, I'm done watching Barbosa until he starts realizing that he can lay some people out or beat the shit out of somebody. Like, I'm good. But thankfully, the main event though,
thank God.
Thank goodness.
Is that about Zurdochenko?
Yeah, Zurdochenko. Zurdo and CBS. I have to admit though, CBS is a tough fucking brick.
He was tough, man.
Dude took most of his injuries. Dude had like a fractured hand, both fractures on both hands, stitches in and out his eye. Like he had a laundry list of injuries. Like broken right thumb.
I thought he was gonna get stopped.
I thought he was gonna stop by about round 8.
Yeah. Also, he had damaged ribs too. Like Zurdo landed one of the cumulative ass beatings. Yeah. See, honestly. Yeah, he should. He probably should have been stopped.
But it was competitive for like the first 6, but then it kind of it got to the point where Zurdo was leading and he was starting it, finishing it.
With his hands up. He was
making adjustment. Yeah, Zurdo was doing what? I mean, shout out to Monique Scott. Monique Scott did something right with him. I mean, this is the most I've ever been impressed with Zurdo in a long. I mean, I can't remember the last time I've been this impressed with Zurdo. I ain't gonna.
It's been years. It's been years.
With Monique Scott.
Yeah, that too. First time I probably.
I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of surprised at how fucking small he looked compared to CBS. I'll say that. Too. That was the first thing. I was like, God damn, because Zurdo's a big guy. So I expected, I know CBS is a big guy too, but it was like, damn, I expected when Zurdo got to cruiserweight, because he always seemed like a guy that was a natural cruiserweight that was boiling down, and that when he got to there, he would just be like a regular, normal size fucking cruiserweight, and then he's standing next to CBS, and it's like, God damn, this is a big motherfucker. CBS made Zurdo look small.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
CBS too. Like CBS was making shit hot early because he was rocking Zurdo too. Zurdo.
He hurt Zurdo in that first round. Zurdo was hurt in that first fucking round.
Yeah, because I haven't seen Zurdo that hurt since the Jesse Hart fights. Because Zurdo was really getting hurt. I was like, okay, like
he rocked it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay, this is gonna be one of the fights though, and I give Zurdo credit for weathering the storm or whatever. Because CBS it would be like 1 or 2 right hands, and then CBS would let a shot fly to his stomach, and and Zurdo definitely didn't like those body shots. I don't think Zurdo was too used to getting hit with those body shots. Like they were clean body shots too. Like, and you can see Zurdo like grimacing though. But I give him credit. Zurdo bit down his gum shield and just punished CBS. Like once CBS gassed, it was like one way beat. It was like one side beat. But CBS would fight back, but yeah, Zurdo was just like beating the shit out of him. And then until Zurdo gassed like in the last couple of rounds too, and then they were just throwing like all types of wild shit at each other. It was,
but the way he uses his angles, I was joking with the Zurdochenko thing, but he was like using his angles, coming like doing some shit I didn't see them do. So yeah, people say he looked chubby and stuff. He looked a little chunky. But maybe that helped. That packed on the weight helped. I don't know. Maybe it helped them a bit.
Yeah, it did. Because it made him stay upright. Because like I said, the shot at CBS wasn't what they weren't pity pants. CBS was rocking them.
His eye was so fucked. CBS eye was so fucked up. I was like, how is his eye was really fucked up? Like it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah. I guess it was just like unless the eye's falling out of the socket, they're like, hey, fight on.
You can say that Zurdo left CBS with one eye open.
Hey, bars. That was good. But yeah, CBS. Yeah, I'll give CBS was tough. But yeah, Zurdo, I was like seriously impressed too, because I was wondering what Malik Scott was doing in the ring. I was like, why's Malik Scott there? Like I thought he was just there because just on some random hub. I didn't realize he was actually training Zurdo, which makes me wonder what Malik Scott does in his camps with Zurdo and what Malik Scott does in his camp with Deontay Wilder. Oh well, with Wilder he does absolutely nothing. Like that's Wes Willis.
Yeah, we see this shit with Wilder.
He probably don't do shit with Zurdo either, if we're being honest.
Yeah, but I want to space.
Nah, how he got them angles? Like Zurdo ain't never moved like that before. Zurdo always been a guy who could move a little, who could move a bit, but not that explosive, not that consistently, not throughout a fight like that.
And we have to forget though, Malik Scott though was a slickster when he was fighting, so it wasn't like so he just couldn't. He wasn't disciplined.
Wilder's clumsy, bro. Let's just be honest.
Well, I mean, the problem was he tried to turn Wilder into fucking Malik Scott. Like, yeah.
Well,
because why you got this nigga doing spin moves and pirouettes and shit, bro?
yeah.
And then he do the dumb shit in a fight, get knocked out. He spin into a fucking punch, like.
I mean, I'm actually willing to give Malik Scott another chance because, like I said, if he's in Zurdo's camp and Zurdo actually looks like he put some new dimensions in his game that actually helped him and like win a hard fight, then yeah, I want to see what I'll let him cook though. But yeah. I just think I guess with the Wilder shit, he looks at him as like a brother, so it's like, yeah, no, we're not gonna train. I'm gonna pay you. We're just gonna party and shit. We'll do some bullshit and then, you watch me get knocked out type of shit. But yeah, Zurdo and Apataya, that's the fight to make at cruiserweight. You got to make that fight.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought Jai definitely smokes the cruiserweight division, but him versus Zurdo is intriguing. I mean, I'm tripping, but
well, here's the thing. I ain't gonna lie, and I like Jai, but the thing about Jai is he kind of gives me a bit of front runner vibes. I'll say that.
Yeah.
He does though, because his hardest fight with Bradis managed to bust him up both times in the fight, like
with a broken jaw.
Yeah, this will prove because I think Bradis did break his jaw in the first fight, and maybe he had his number because everybody else Jai just zaps out, but Bradis obviously one of the better cruiserweights of his era for sure. So
Bradis is a crafty, dirty cruiserweight.
Yeah, but maybe he's just a guy that kind of not has his number because he lost both fights. But
I mean, but regardless, Jai either way, like even not in just those fights, Jai's a guy that, like I've noticed, he starts off very strong, and then that halfway mark he tails off. Now I don't know whether it's due to like bad stamina or endurance or just front runner-ish. I don't know.
He'll get the KO after that. Like after he kind of does that, he'll like struggle a little bit, but he'll eventually get the KO. But again,
he's not like an Andre who's gonna like win the rounds cleanly. Like it really feels like he tapers off. Like maybe not as bad as Caleb Plant, but like in the ballpark.
Yeah, all it takes is like once you get to the later rounds, it's like he's breathing hard. Oh, there's a cut over there. Oh, his face is starting to get puffy. It's like it's just like. He just falls apart and he never really gets back up. He fights to survive, and it's just like.
I think Zurdo can get him though. Like, if Zurdo get past the first 5 and he got it competitive, he might run him after that because Zurdo hits hard. He got the angles. He throwing combinations like he ain't really fight nobody like that yet.
I mean, if he fought more Bradis and then anything like that, I'm like, okay, maybe Apataya, but Apataya is just literally there's the hard fights with Bradis, and then he's knocking out jobbers pretty much. People he shouldn't really be facing, but
and even Bradis don't even fight like Zurdo, so like because Bradis don't be using no angles and all that shit, and he still was lighting Apataya up.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, I definitely want to see that. That's why I really want to see because like it's definitely a good stuff. They're both gonna throw hands, but is it gonna see it? If like Pete said, if he's a front runner or is he the real thing? Yeah, because Apataya can't. Yeah, because these close calls with Bradis, has me raising my eyebrow. You can't keep getting busted up like this in fights. where you're winning 8 fucking rounds and you're just collapsing, and you're just like fumes at the end of the fight. Like that's horrible.
Thanks.
You know, but Zurdo, like that was a hard fight though. I mean, he probably won't see it. I mean, you'll probably get like a suspension or something like that because of how that fight was. Because you know he had his face was swollen, shit like that. That was a hard fight for both of them. But CBS should probably retire because you can't be. Yeah, that's a laundry list of injuries to get in one fight. Like he's done.
No, dude, I don't know if y'all saw the picture today where he said it looked healed, but that shit was looking mad like a puffer fish. Yeah, that shit looked bad.
Yeah. He looked terrible.
He got whooped.
Yeah, whooped on. Yeah, but he survived. I mean, you know, like I'm not trying to say sometimes UK fighters don't show full true heart, but he's
tough. He's tough. If nothing else, he's tough.
I mean, shit though. I mean, dude managed to go 12 rounds with Okoli and actually been able to beat him clearly with knock him down 3 times. So like so he's not garbage, but because
I mean, I've never been high on Okoli, but that's another story.
I don't think it was that great. Be honest with you.
You're talking about Hug Coley, the guy that just be hugging all the time. God damn, he be dancing.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Not
was able to negate that at least somewhat, at least try to win the fight. So I mean, I'll give him credit for that one because Coley's he's my countryman and all, but yeah, he's kind of struggled to watch.
mid. I want to see Russell's best.
But yeah, no. Overall, I mean, at least I'll say this though for the Latino night card, there was no long-winded speeches, no His Excellency speaking, no wild ass comments that he would make, weird ass.
No turkey promos. Thank
you. Next time, put Latino night in a fucking place with Latinos.
Yeah,
like,
Oscar was Oscar was cutting promos, but he was trying to limit himself a little.
You're playing all that Spanish music to the wrong type of brown people.
That concert. So, I don't know what the fuck they were doing with that concert. I was like,
like, what's the point? Like, it's Riyadh season. You're celebrating y'all season. But then y'all celebrating Latinos over here. Like, this makes no fucking sense. And it's like, everybody just smiles and just goes along with it. Like, they're just waving. Like, shit is weird. Got Oscar dressed like a fucking, like he the El Morocco.
Yeah, Oscar was wilding out though. But yeah, they were trying to make it like that, but it's just like, yeah, that concert.
It was like one big Saudi Arabia spirit Halloween party over there.
What's next? We're gonna have a Caribbean night in Nebraska. The fuck?
Don't put the energy in the air.
Caribbean night.
Imagine Riyadh season. Look, they're gonna end up doing Riyadh season, and they're gonna treat boxing like it's a Vegas residency. One weekend is going to be Latino night. One weekend is going to be British night. They're going to be serving fucking fish and chips. One night is going to be Caribbean night.
And all that.
Yeah. American night. They're going to have these niggas that have a fucking July 4th over there. They'll convince you that the only way to have Shakur Stevenson is to pay the fight is if it's in Saudi Arabia. Like, why? Oh yeah, Boots and Ortiz, Saudi Arabia. Why?
Yeah, the money.
And when we call it Urban Night. Like, what the fuck? Like,
it was a good card. It was a good card though. I'll say that.
Yeah.
It was a damn good card. Yeah, but it's just, what is the lasting impression of this in the sport? Like,
what do y'all think?
Hold on. What's the old saying? If a tree falls if a tree falls and nobody's around to hear it, does it make a sound?
Yeah, could it be a good fight if nobody saw it? Like,
if a heavy bag falls in the gym but nobody's there, did it really fall? Did anybody hear it?
Did anybody punch it at this point? So I just want to know, like, nigga, there's more people in the fucking Dune movies in the deserts than them damn Saudi cards, nigga.
I don't know. I sometimes want to applaud the effort, but like some of these Saudi cards, these Riyadh season cards, are like concept albums by rappers that are executed horribly.
Terrible. So I'm gonna ask now, which one do you think is the best so far? Is it the 5vs5 out of the Riyadh seasons?
That might be the most dramatic.
With the card,
on paper, it was supposed to be the best one, but the execution, because Matchroom didn't show up, it was like an NBA preseason.
And that shit was that 5-on-5 was the fucking speed teamers. Like,
the Bud card was pretty good too. The Crawford.
I mean, the Joshua Wilder doubleheader card. That card was probably the best one from like top to bottom. Although the 5-on-5 shit was dope, like it was like so. It's but the Joshua. I mean, of course, it didn't end up so good because Wilder lost while Joshua won, so we didn't get a Joshua Wilder fight. But that one from top to bottom, that was probably the best one out of them.
But I will say, on the average, it's better matchups than we get for the most part on the average card.
I hate to be that guy, but I would like to point out that. I mean, maybe it'll get better as we get closer. But the buzz for the heavyweight rematches, crickets.
Yeah, I mean, Boachuk Madrimov. That fight sounds like fun.
That card. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they did. Like they made a fire co-main, but then they made a UK undercard. Like, I was like, come on,
it's $40 for us. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, come on. Anyway, got time for that.
That I'm not cool with. Like, it's like you can't make you have a good co-main, a fire co-main, then you got domestic level scraps. Not even match.
You can't charge me, an American person, for two non-Americans in a fight. I'm sorry, I'm not.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm not gonna pay for it. I mean, Better Beef, Bivol. We got that for free, luckily, in a sense, right? So.
We got Better Beef and Bivol the fight for free on ESPN Plus. The other card is
because they were gonna charge you for two fucking non-Americans.
If Fury can't even come to the country, and I'm paying to see him fight, the fuck.
And the worst part about, I still think the worst and funniest thing about that fucking undercard being charged was that they charged more when Shakur pulled out the fight than what they were charging when Shakur was announced as the headliner of that fucking fight. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was grimy as fuck. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. Like they try to pull a real fast one, like, and that's why yeah, I mean that had a horrible pay-per-view buys. Like,
this is why people see Pete bootlegging.
Yeah, you can't. They really try to pull a fast one. They said, "Oh, it's gonna be free then," because so score put out, and that's how it should have been. It should have been free, and then the ESPN Plus, you get that. Although it should have been on one platform, but that's a whole. But I guess whoever owns the rights or whatever, that's boxing politics.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, no, but they fucked up on that one. But it's crickets because, like I said, that card is like, there's nothing you can really anticipate other than it's.
I mean, almost like It kind of goes to what I said. When people were like, "Oh, he's giving us the fights that we want to see," and Fury versus Usyk. You motherfuckers really didn't want to see that shit. I didn't forget. Y'all thought that was the worst case scenario when Wilder and AJ and Fury and Usyk were all fighting each other. That was always the worst case scenario. Y'all just wanted it because y'all wanted undisputed. And guess what? We got it. And then the rematch, it's not for undisputed anymore. And voila, look, nobody cares.
Yeah, it's basically.
We got. They gave us Better Be Bivol.
Yeah, that's the fight that we all wanted. And undisputed was just the cherry on top.
Facts.
Yeah, and fortunately for Usyk and Fury too, it's just like it's contract. It's not even like because it's either that or Usyk gets stripped of the belt, which he eventually did get stripped of anyways. So it's like but we'll see how it goes. We'll wait see what fights will be announced for 2025. There's one PBC card fight so far that got announced for 2025.
Battle of the Davids.
Yeah, Battle of the Davids. Yeah, I mean that's pay-per-view too. I mean, personally, that shouldn't be a pay-per-view, but that's a whole other. You know, it's a good. It's actually a damn good card, but yeah, that's pay-per-view too. It's going to be probably like $79-$79, maybe.
The fuck?
For what?
Yo, fuck, and this nigga Pat is staring me damn fucking defending these pay-per-views and this bullshit.
I'm not defending this pay-per-view. I say the pay-per-view is good, but it's not pay-per-view. It's not pay-per-view worthy. It should be one of Prime's free cards. But you know, I don't know how they pick and choose all this shit. Anyways, you know what's free and what's not free. You know, it's dumb.
Be like, they just be throwing names in a hat and just picking them shits out.
Yeah,
like,
Man, they be rolling dice in the back.
Yeah. I'm doing all types of bullshit, like. But damn, it's like this past weekend of boxing was so big. It's like, you know what, y'all gotta chill this weekend. Just chill. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, like I mean, there's an OTX card if you want to watch that. It's a good watch, but yeah, like I think now that we're close to Thanksgiving, you probably won't. I mean, you probably have to wait till maybe the first week of December to actually get you know before things pick up again. You know. But yeah, you know, because Thanksgiving, because these fighters, they don't want to fight near Thanksgiving. They want to eat and drink and be merry, just like us, and blow fucking weight.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying, though. But yeah, I think that's about it. I don't think anything else in boxing that's kind of popped up, anything like that, other than the usual shit. You know, people, getting into Twitter beefs and Cool Boy getting to some. No, not Cool Boy. Frank Martin getting to some altercation outside.
Apparently that video was old. Apparently.
Oh, I mean, I couldn't tell. Like, he looked the same. Yeah, no, it was. Yeah. Nothing's really popped up, but yeah, like I said, it's just we gotta probably wait. See until December to get the rest of the big fights, and hopefully in 2025, things kind of. I know we can actually get a slate that gets kind of announced about all these fights that are gonna pop off. Like. Can't just whatever the tank card is going to be, whatever Crawford, Ortiz, whoever it's going to be, whatever card did they keep mentioning for February for another Riyadh season card, something like that. But they need to start announcing them shits like right away. Because that shit's crazy. Like they gotta have something in January. But we'll see how it goes. It's boxing. But I think that's probably it for now. I just noticed what time it is, and I need to get up so I can go to the gym in the morning. Do we have any final thoughts, gentlemen?
Nah, you
can wrap this up. Pause.
Yeah, no, I got nothing.
Great weekend of boxing. We appreciate y'all tuning in, helping us talk about all this shit and celebrating Goat Artist Day. So y'all take it easy.
Yeah, no, we'll be back on Thursday. We don't know if we're back with a music episode or a Gauntlet episode. We'll figure that out.
Probably a Gauntlet episode. Might be an R&B Gauntlet. I always see Pilot retweeting and playing old school music like he trying to call niggas out subconsciously. Fuck him up, like nigga.
I mean, you just gonna play the top 5 hits, like.
For every decade, no matter what. He said, 90s hits? Okay, got you. I get so weak in the knee. Like, you're just going to play every big one. Yeah, like.
This new artist is Whitney Houston. Who's this?
Whitney Houston? Like, this thing goes to play every
do it. Hey.
Oh, ass nigga, dog. I just know it, dog.
Yeah. Oh, King Son mentioned happy birthday, LB.
Yeah.
Salute to him. But yeah, no. But we'll be back on Thursday.
Hey, King Son, salute. Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we'll be back with Thursday with something. We always do, man. And obviously the cartoon is, where are we with the cartoon? Is it almost finished or?
Yeah, like the Ring Gang one is put on pause. It's not on pause indefinitely. It's not like the label said, "Hi, we throwing that out." It's not unreleased or nothing. Like you
It's
gonna
not
wrap
that
that
UGK album. It's not Riding Dirty.
No, it's more like it's like an unreleased Shine album or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
We definitely gonna knock that one out. But we almost done with the Batman one. The Batman one is he just cleaning it up right now. Putting a little background music to it and making sure the Batman part look right. I mean, like. So, and getting the punches and the dialogue, all of that shit. Oh, Fleece Johnson.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
What the fuck? Who the hell is it?
Yeah, I love the trolls that we get. I saw Tyson Booty and it looked good to me. Nigga, who types like that, yo?
Like you sound like you need to be in a Tyler Perry play or some shit. Like you supposed to be on a BET Plus show.
Yo, them shows be wild as fuck, yo. Like I woke up like them Tyler Perry BET Plus shows are too fucking wild. I'm thinking like, you know, that man has a lot of repressed issues. Like seriously, like some of the
So all he does now that he got that studio is he play out all his fantasies, like all his movies and shows just be so extra with the sexual perversions and it be having nothing to do with anything. Like imagine you having a movie about a single mom raising a kid and then you find out the single mom also has a fetish for getting beat up or some shit.
Yeah, there was something like that. I think one of them had like like into some SNL, like one having a woman child like chained up or some shit, and then some other woman beating the shit out of her, and then afterwards the woman and her husband having sex in front of her. Some wild ass shit like that. I couldn't believe what
it be just normal shit. Like why you can't just make a normal story? Like and none of these perversions ever move the plot. They're not necessary. They're so unneeded, and it's just like why? And then there's always look, and you know what? I ended with this. There's always that one motherfucker that get on your nerve and they'll say, "But you know, he got an audience for it. You know, an audience." And people be like, "Yeah, I know so and so." Dude, there's always these niggas always talking about I know so and so who's seen it. You never know a motherfucker directly who watched that shit.
Yeah.
Like, stop fucking lying. Like, that nigga make them shows for himself. And maybe the 12 other... There's more niggas who watch his own boxing than watch this shit.
Silly.
I mean, damn. But yeah, no, that's what's up. We be here Thursday. You know what it is.
Yes, sir. Yo, so for myself, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative. For LB Show with the God, the GOAT Artist Day. For King P Bodega Beef, for Cassius Pilot, and for Marquise, you know, appreciate you being on the show with us. And then for Rome Top 5, who dropped off, you know, you'll hear more of him, you know, later on in the week, I'm sure. You know, this has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.